están, muchachos?
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Draw, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Pedro. Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full dress. Things have been on the roll here pretty promptly. Defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Could move up a gear here. That's got paid to a promising move. Now it's Lewandowski. Nice touch. How do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Well, Peter, I really like this.
Mighty effort! Harmlessly behind. He's just misjudged that one. Alexander Arnold, played in deep. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. And it has been just one-sided during all of the early probing.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution for them.
Arepa. It's Pedro. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's away. There's the shot. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Bowden deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
No goals as yet. Rafinha. He's picked his way through. Rafinha. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Now it's Watkins. Pedri. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Lopez. Has a look out. Rafinha takes control of it and he's on the move. Belly. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Araujo with the clearance. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Imposed the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
We expected better, and so did he. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of him. Now it's Foden. Can he get on the end of this? And that pass just didn't quite work. It's gone out for a throw-in. And it's Alexander Arnold. Fermin. Spread it left. Watkins is firing after that one. England have reclaimed it. Cross. Colwell. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Alexander Arnold. And it's James. Nicely weighted ball. Good ball, good take. He has found a way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That pass isn't the best. James.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Oh, smashing header. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? That's going to go a long way.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
And here's Watkins. Eze. Watkins. Goes for a shot! And he's following up! Goal!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who is left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
England have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Knocks it into space. No, again there's no way through. And there's the end of the first half. It's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 10 será sustituido por
So off we go once more.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Looking to play him in. Oh, well played. Corner then. And we have our very first corner. Araujo gets it away. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. He's had it taken off him. Fermin. Looking for options for movement. And he's found a way past. That's pretty clear, it is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle.
We could be looking at a game-changing moment.
El dorsal 9 será reemplazado por el dorsal 14.
That's a half-decent try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Ay, no entró esa bola.
Fermin. It's come to nothing. And the counter-attack is on for England.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Eze. Oh, easy pickings there. And they win it back again. Now it's Foden, and it's James. Now this could be a chance. Araujo gets good distance on it. Can he get it through? Well, chasing the game, trailing by 1. Distributed tidily. Nice bit of trickery, and he's managed to get free. That's tidy. Pedri. Cleared without hesitation. Watkins.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Lopez. Picked out brilliantly. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
That is good alertness. He's shifting through the gears here. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Koundé. And back to the keeper they go. Well, they can break here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Watkins. Can he get onto this? And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Pedri. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Lopez. And the pass is intercepted.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And he cuts out the supply. Henderson clears. And here's Lopez. Verbi! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Pura flecha amarilla.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 17.
And they've got rid.
Cambio de
Goes for goal! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. So close to drawing level.
That was so poor, a very decent chance, and the disappointment is all too obvious.
Barcelona have their second corner now. And he's gone looking for safety. And now a sudden chance to counter. Gallagher receives it in a good position here. Barcelona will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Well, that's well spotted. Well timed, excellent interception. That has been slung wide. Dani Olmo, Casado, that has not gone well.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he welcomes it in. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Gallagher. Eric Garcia. And time is up. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid, docile display.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Ya nada, muchachos, ya no se pudo. Ay, carajo. Ya. Esto, las flechas amarillas todavía. Ay, por Dios. Ay, en vez de rechazar. Ay, carajo. Ay, Dios mío.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Begley.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. We have already started here. Eze is onto it in a flash. And he welcomes it in. Kunde promptly onto that, and that is that. Ball comes in. Stones cuts out the pass. More and more pressure on the ball here. Jim, see making a difference here.
Oh, Peter, this fella, Reece James.
Well, now it's a race for the ball. Watkins.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
No, that was never going to make it. Out to the right. Across it goes. That's a lovely neat pass.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hit with their backs to goal.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Oh, he's taken it. Now it's Rashford. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's Rashford! Outstanding by Rashford! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Barcelona have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Over to the left. He's in space and looking for options. Good read, needed to be. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Sends it crossfield. Ferran Torres. Now it's Rashford. Ferran Torres. Cross to the back post. Stones gets it clear. Nicked it back promptly. Jordan Henderson. And they can counter here. Tries a measured ball. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And they've got rid. And here's Kane.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
And they're back on the ball again. Crosses it in here. Bellingham! And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's loose now and they want to get it back. This looks promising. And this is Henderson, in by Jordan Henderson. Kunde can get it clear. And it's Bellingham. Colwell looking to run onto it. Oh, what a climb! Goal! They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
England grab the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Chance, surely! Now that is commitment to the cause. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. And he gets rid in a hurry. England are looking to go forward now. De Jong. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. It's Rashford!
Rashford brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. He's in plenty of space here. Ferran Torres received chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Great vision, and he plays one through. Goes down, but nothing given. Watkins showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Fermin.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
No, that's been intercepted. Pickford punts it upfield. Al-Kubasi clears. It's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. And the whistle got... Yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. The midway point of the game.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
En el marcador se podrá ver a continuación un resumen de las jugadas más destacadas de la primera parte. Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 5.
England get the second half going.
Por el dorsal 15. Cambio de jugadores.
Fermin. Chooses to go crossfield. Crosses it in. And that should get the job done.
Ferran Torres really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That pass isn't the best. Now that is tiny, really tiny, and he's managed to get free. Elects to cross. And he gets rid in a hurry. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Barcelona, different to some extent this. And he's decided to go for it. Flings in across. And he's managed to get rid. Rashford. And it's James. Looking for a runner. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, well played. De Jong.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
It's smartly reclaimed. And he's there to get it away. It'll be a throw-in. Looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, good spread. Lopez. He's found a way past. There's the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Deftly away. Ambitious ball here. James. Now, can they get him away? All driven towards the far post. Colwell gets it away. Bellingham. And it's James. And that's put paid to a promising move. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Real chance! Goal, England! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 4.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
El dorsal 14.
England take the lead.
19.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
El dorsal 10. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Alexander-Arnold cuts it out. Some really good ball movement. Solanke! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
England clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Casado. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And it's Casado. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall. And a chance! And that could have brought them level.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
Aimed beyond the defence. That looks a cracking ball. That's the keeper's ball.
England nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Gallagher too strong for his opponent there. Looking for options for movement. He's a sharp little ball here. Gallagher climbs up big. He scores! 2 ahead, late in the day. Game over surely. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's...
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Barcelona pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Barcelona desperately failing to impose themselves on the game.
Ya nada, muchachos. Gracias por apoyar. No se dio. Pero gracias por el apoyo. Nos vemos, pila. No se dio.